Microsoft is changing an age-old policy about repairs to their console. And this is actually really, really important because it's about carbon emissions. It's about you being able to fix your own hardware. And it goes beyond Microsoft. This is something that Apple has been really against because they want you to buy their $200 insurance policy and then only fix your stuff at their outlets, basically, and you void your warranty if you get your stuff fixed. And the FTC has sort of stepped in and said, hey, you got to stop this because really what you're trying to do is you're trying to profit there. And this is causing massive carbon emission issues. So, well, I wasn't that passionate about the carbon emission issue. I think if that's the catalyst to allow you to fix your consoles, that's great. Let's talk about what Microsoft is doing, though, more specifically with Xbox and their devices right now. Thank you so much for watching. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when these videos go live. So real quick, so the long and the short of it is Microsoft seems like they're going to let users fix their own consoles. They're going to provide documentation and possibly even parts for you to be able to do that. They've publicly stated that they have a goal of being carbon negative by 2030, and the FTC is backing the anti-third-party repair policies from companies like Apple, Microsoft, etc., sort of pressuring them to say, hey, like, let third parties fix stuff because they do just as good of a job as anybody else. I know I've gotten my iPhone glass fixed, for example, before when I dropped my phone on the ground at a third party fixing company, like in the mall or whatever. They did a totally fine job. And I've even watched videos about how to do different repairs and such. So it's not rocket science. If you're a little bit handier, like you've built a PC, you can probably fix a lot of these things. So the FTC is sort of stepping in and saying, okay, Apple, yeah, we know you want to push your insurance, but let other people sort of play the game too. But here's a little bit more about what's going on here. So initially, when Microsoft was initially approached, they were really, really against it. She reached out, talking to the person, Kelly McBee, I believe. She is the waste program coordinator at As You Sow, reached out to Microsoft and the company to have a good faith conversation in May, and it didn't go well. The company presented a very antagonistic view of repair, and they told her they didn't see any connection between improved sustainability and repairability. Now, the ESA has actually said, and this was from the Kotaku article, the ESA states that consumer repair will lead to significant potential for security and piracy risks, and that right to repair supporters exaggerate the environmental impact of legislation as it relates to consoles. That was from the ESA, not Microsoft, just, whatever it stands for, Entertainment Software Association. But digging into it a little bit more, it seems like that was bogus. Later on, they approached Microsoft again after they went to the shareholders. And here's what happened. Microsoft came back with a different legal counsel and representatives on the line and said, we are really changing our tune on this issue. We think this study is a great idea. Let's work together to make this change, McBee said, which is night and day, according to her, because the first time she reached out to them, they were like, no, we're not doing this. Get out of here. And then they're like, you know what? You're right. We are going to do this. It was sort of like this dramatic shift in perception from the company. So, As You So agreed to withdraw this proposal. I don't really understand what's going on there with the proposals and shareholders or whatever, but here's what Microsoft said they're going to do. Microsoft has agreed to hire an independent consultant to study the benefits of increasing consumer access to parts and repair documentation, including impacts on carbon emissions and waste. They're going to do a study over the next few years to figure out how big of an impact this will actually have. While the study will not be made public due to concerns over proprietary information, Microsoft is required to publicly post a summary of its findings by the beginning of May 2022. So, in response to questions about the agreement, a Microsoft spokesperson told Grist, and that's where I was reading most of this, I'll put a link in the description, that Microsoft is committed to meeting consumers' needs and desires, including device repairability. We believe customers are entitled to repair options that are safe and reliable, the spokesperson said in an email. We currently provide customers with repair services that ensure the high quality of repairs, safeguard customers' privacy and security, and protect customers from injury. It was, and then talking about the discussion, it was a productive discussion, and we have agreed to undertake that important study, the results of which will be used to guide our product design and plans for expanding device repair options to our customers. And McBee is very happy about it. And honestly, I'm really happy about it because I'm the type of person where if my laptop breaks, I don't want to bring it to Apple. I would rather take it apart and try and fix it myself and then take it to Apple and then take it to a repair place, right? I'm not so, I'm not like a tech wizard or anything like that, but I do like to get in there and try and repair something myself. And if they're going to allow me documentation that's written by the people who made the thing and parts that I know are going to be compliant with my particular device, I think that's excellent. And if somehow this also reduces carbon emissions, why not? Like it just seems really, really good. And the answer for why not is because they want you to spend more money to buy another console or whatever, or another phone, at least in Apple's case. And I think that this whole thing actually wound up coming out with a net positive. I don't know if COVID had anything to do with it. Like they're so against it. And then they're like, yeah, you know what? It seems like a good thing. Let's let people try and fix their own stuff. So that makes me happy. The FTC actually commented on this also. They came out strongly in favor of independent repair when it released a report that found scant evidence to justify manufacturer-imposed restrictions. In July, President Biden issued an executive order asking the FTC to craft new rules that would address unfair, anti-competitive restrictions on third-party repair. And I actually agree with that because I'm sure there's horror story experiences out there about having your phone fixed or using one of those third-party repairs that you find online, but it actually sort of like destroys this whole line of business that could be created for people who would be able to repair devices or PCs or whatever and, take a shot at it for themselves. That's why Best Buy has Geek Squad, and there's all these major companies that are able to do it because they're able to make the appropriate agreements or whatever they're doing there. But, the mom and pop shops kind of just went away. So I'm all for seeing more third-party people because that means repair costs are going to go down across the board. And, competition is a good thing because that means Apple would potentially have to lower their repair costs. Microsoft would have to lower their repair costs. Sony would, everybody would. And I'm really happy to see Microsoft change their tune on it, to be so against it and then just say, yeah, you know what? I think we're going to allow people to do this because it's going to wind up being a good thing for the future. Hopefully I never have to fix my Xbox Series X or any of my Xboxes. I haven't yet, except for my 360, of course. I never had the red ring. I don't think I ever got the red ring. I had upgraded to the black console on the 360 era. Yeah, I don't think I ever got it. Or if I did, it fixed itself. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below about this. I think it's great. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when these videos go live. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you to the members, by the way. Really, really appreciate all the members who are supporting this channel. Thank you so much. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. It's the thing YouTube offers. I turn it on. I try and post the same video without ads. So if you hate all the ads, that's what I do for the members. Thank you so much. I'm going to get out of here. Bye for now, everybody.